What's up everybody, my name's Trey and welcome to another video. Now I think we should preface this entire video by saying some things in life literally make no sense. Let's take for instance the fact that I went to a four-year university. I graduated top of my class. Thank you, magna cum laude baby. Yes, I studied a lot. But when I graduated with a financial degree and I started applying for companies to do their financial analytics, every single company got back to me and said they weren't going to hire me unless I had 5 years of experience in the financial industry. How exactly am I supposed to get experience in the financial industry if nobody will hire me in the financial industry because I have no experience in the financial industry? Like, how does that make any sense at all? And why do we live in this weird paradox that makes completely no sense? Now, I know what you're thinking. Why exactly do I bring that up? And that's because your credit is exactly the same. Building your credit can seem like an impossible task, and that's because when you have no credit or you have poor credit, a lot of credit card companies will decline you from getting credit because you don't have credit. But no worries, I got your back, because in this video I'll be explaining the best ways that you can increase your credit score even if you have no credit, poor credit, or you just have no idea what credit is at all. Now make sure you stay to the end of this video because I'll actually be giving away my best recommendations when it comes to credit cards, and they'll also have some gifts that come with them. So make sure you watch this video in its entirety because I'm sure you're gonna learn something amazing when it comes to this. But before we get into this video, if you are someone that's new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video, because it helps my channel grow more than you can ever imagine. And with that being said, let's get into the intro, baby. And just like that, we're back and ready to go. So the number one way in which you can build your credit, especially if you have no credit, would be a store credit card. Now, you have to understand that with a store credit card, you'll essentially be buying things that you don't necessarily need. So I would recommend that you only apply for store credit cards at places that you frequently shop at. Personally, I have the Capital One Walmart credit card, and that's because I literally buy everything at Walmart. Soap, toothpaste, socks, chicken nuggets. Literally, I buy everything at Walmart. So my thought process is, why don't I get a credit card specifically for Walmart? Because I'm already going to be spending that money anyway, so I might as well put it on their store credit card, increase my credit score, get some cash back, and then pay that credit card off each and every month. This in turn will raise my credit limit. And not only that, I'll actually be growing an asset that hopefully in the future I'll be able to leverage my credit in order to fund side businesses and create wealth. Now, most people don't see a credit line as being an asset, but I would argue on the contrary. And that's because as you build up a credit line, you can then use that income, like I said, to fund side businesses, and you can float those businesses with your credit, so you're not really bogged down to having the initial capital ready to go whenever you want to actually start your endeavors. Now, just because I use the Walmart Capital One credit card doesn't mean that you have to. A lot of different stores actually offer credit cards. Some examples would be the Amazon credit card, Target credit card, Kroger credit card, you have the Kohl's credit card. I mean, they even have a credit card for Bed Bath & Beyond. And the list goes on and on. I mean, you can even get a credit card through your phone company, which is really cool actually. So take for instance, I have Verizon. I can get a Verizon credit card and then use that credit card to pay my Verizon bill every single month because I'm gonna pay my phone bill, so I might as well be increasing my credit score while I'm actually doing it. Now, I wanna make sure that you truly understand this, and that would be the fact that you need to get a store credit card from a store that you frequently shop at. I repeat, that you frequently shop at. If you decide to go get a store credit card for Bed Bath & Beyond and you only go there every 6 months, it's really not going to help you grow your credit. But if you get a credit card at, let's say, Target and you shop there literally every 2 weeks, well, that's a much better option because you're going to be utilizing that credit, and that's one of the main factors that goes into your actual overall credit score. Now, the second way that we're going to talk about growing your credit with absolutely no credit would be a secure credit card. Now, a secured credit card is issued by a financial institution, and it essentially works as a debit card. Most instances, these financial institutions require you to put down some type of deposit or have a linked bank account when it comes to giving you an overall credit limit, because they're going to use this initial deposit or the linked bank account as collateral so that they know that you can actually pay off your credit card every single month. Now, what normally happens is this financial institution, let's say they require you to put down an initial deposit or have a linked bank account with at least $300 in it. Most times, then the financial institution will say, hey, you deposited $300, so we're also gonna match you a certain amount, maybe $50. So instead of your credit limit only being $300, it'll actually be $350 thanks to the contributions made by that financial institution. Now, the main difference between a secured credit card and a normal credit card is the fact that secured credit cards don't allow you to go over what you're actually able to pay back. And that's where that initial deposit or that linked bank account really comes into effect. So with a normal credit card, what you could do is, let's say you have a credit limit of $500 and you cannot pay off that initial $500 that you have owed on your credit card. What most credit card companies will do will allow you to transfer that $500 that you still owe to the following month to give you more time to actually pay that debt off. And that's a good and bad thing, because most instances credit cards have some type of interest attached to it, especially if you're not paying your card off each and every month. With a secured credit card, however, it's exactly the opposite. Whatever your initial investment is or your linked to bank account, that's the only money that you can actually spend. Because if you try to rack up more debt than what you actually have in your deposit or in your account, your secured credit card just won't allow you to make any more purchases, which makes this a very good option, especially if you're somebody that's just now trying to understand financial literacy and maybe you don't really trust yourself when it comes to having an extremely large credit limit that you can literally rack up thousands of dollars on, and you may have a hard time actually paying that off. Now, there are literally tons of secured credit cards, but in my personal recommendation, I would really recommend a card that has no annual interest tied to that actual card itself. So the two secured credit cards that I would actually recommend would be the Capital One secured credit card and the Discover It secured credit card. Now, when it comes to the Capital One secured credit card, you start with a credit limit of $200, and they do ask you for a deposit, but you have one of three options. You can either deposit $49, $99, or $200 to give you that initial $200 spending limit. Now, you can invest more money if you want a larger spending limit, but in my personal opinion, I don't think that it's really necessary. And that's because after 5 months of paying your secured credit card off each and every month, Capital One is going to take all of your payment histories of being on time and actually using your credit, and they're going to report that to the 3 major credit bureaus. And over time, as you just continue to use the card, they will increase your limit. And not only that, but you're going to be increasing your credit as well, with the hopes of being able to transfer into an unsecured credit card or possibly just having a very high limit on a secured credit card. Now, one of the really cool things about this one specifically is they give you a 1.5% cashback reward on every purchase that you actually make with your secured credit card. And in my opinion, it's definitely the best option to go with either store credit cards or secured credit cards that give you some type of cash back. And that's because it's literally free money on things that you're already going to be buying anyway. Now, when it comes to the other secured credit card, the Discover It secured credit card, the minimum initial investment that you're going to need for this specific card is $200. And the maximum initial investment, or I guess deposit, that you can make would be $2,500. And whatever your initial investment is or your initial deposit, that will directly tie to what your spending limit is. So let's say, for instance, I deposit $500 on the Discover It secured credit card, then my spending limit will be $500. Now, for this card specifically, after 8 months of using the card and making sure that you pay it off each and every month, they're going to also report all of your payment histories to the top 3 credit bureaus to make sure that you're on-time payments and you're actually using your credit, and they'll be able to increase your credit score as well. Now, the cool thing about this card is it gives you 2% on restaurants and gas and 1% on everything else. And like I said, free money is good money. Now, the final way in which you can increase your credit score without actually having credit or having poor credit or really not understanding credit at all would be bank accounts that actually build your credit. One in particular that I find really interesting is actually the Chime Credit Builder card. Now, this isn't a normal credit card. It's essentially a secured credit card or a debit card, basically. Now, there are no annual fees. There's no rolling over any type of debt that you may have into the next month and incurring any type of interest. And I think that's really the best part about this specific bank account, or I guess secured card or debit card. Look, I don't know exactly what to call it. I just know it works. Now, there are a few things that you actually have to do to get the Chime Credit Builder card. And number one is just having an account with Chime, and that's because they're going to link that bank account to your actual card. Obviously, the more money you have in your bank account, the larger your spending limit's going to be, and they won't allow you to spend any more money on the card that you don't actually have in your bank account or in the deposit that they want you to make initially. Now, one of the coolest things about the Chime card or the Chime Credit Builder account, in my opinion, is the fact that it has no initial deposit or initial investment or anything like that. I mean, you can literally start up an account with Chime, put $20 into it, and your credit limit is $20. And that's really, really nice for people who are just starting their journey when it comes to actually building up their credit. Or if you're somebody that just doesn't want a large amount of credit limit because you're scared that you might buy things that you don't necessarily need, you can definitely put whatever amount of money that you feel comfortable in this account, and that card will never allow you to spend more than that. So in conclusion, the best 3 ways, in my opinion, to actually grow your credit, especially if you have no credit, you have poor credit, or you have no idea what credit is used for or why exactly you need it, would be store credit cards. Only if you're getting these store credit cards from stores that you are going to frequently shop at. So remember that. You have to be frequently using the store credit card in order to actually grow your credit. The second one would be secured credit cards. And then the third one would be credit builder accounts. Now, because you stayed to the end of this video, first of all, I just want to say thank you, because it really helps my channel and I really appreciate it. But I actually have my 2 favorite credit cards that I'm actually going to be going over with you. And the first one would be the Discover card. The second one would be the American Express credit card. And the reasons why I really like these, because they give you a lot of cash back when it comes to everyday purchases. For the most part, I use credit cards for literally everything. I think right now I have about 6 of them, and basically what I do is I will only use one credit card for one specific type of purchase. So I have one credit card for Walmart, which I basically buy everything. I have one credit card for gas. I have one credit card for eating out. I have one credit card for online purchases. And then I have another credit card for purchases that I probably shouldn't be making, but hey, you gotta enjoy yourself sometimes, right? But when it comes to the Discover credit card and the American Express credit card, I do have affiliate links in the description of these videos, which basically means if you are looking for a very good credit card that could definitely help you increase your credit score, go into the description of the actual video, click on the links, and if you start an account with the Discover credit card, you're actually going to be funded $100 whenever you make your first purchase. So if you've been looking for a credit card, here's your chance to get a free $100. And for the other one, the American Express credit card, it's also an affiliate link in the description down below this video. And for that one, if you sign up, make an account, and make your first purchase, you're actually going to receive $75. And like I said, it's free money. So you might as well do it, especially if you're someone that's going to be started on building their credit here soon. And with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you are someone that's new to the channel, my name's Trey. I basically make videos on how you can make money online, diversify your income, and financial news that I think is pretty important for you to know. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And also hit that like button. I mean, we're at the end of the video and you're still here, so you obviously like it. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.